the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live.
ThaBoxingvoice.com. I'm here with Polite-Coffie. How you feeling today?
I feel good. Good, you know.
All right, now you just got the decision, just got the 4-round unanimous decision, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you said off camera. You said you and your opponent had a little bit of history.
Yeah, we had a little bit of history, you know. So may have stared away from the game plan a little bit, you know.
Okay. So you felt okay? The fight was a little tougher than you expected?
I made it tougher than it needed to be, you know, because I ain't gonna lie, I went in there kind of looking for the knockout when I should have just, you know, boxed him and just waited for it to come. So,
okay. Well,
but you know, learning experience. This is the type of fight I needed, though.
Absolutely. Well, you're 2-0 now. You know, learning experience. Speaking of learning experiences, so I hear you were down there in Alabama with Deontay Wilder, getting ready for this Luis Ortiz fight.
Yes.
How was it like?
It was a blessing, to tell you the truth. Like, you know, it's the second time I've been in this camp, and each time had like an amazing experience. You know, the thing I like about being in this camp is just like the camaraderie that I see among his team, you know. And then also, like, the thing with sparring with Deontay is he's not just sparring you, you know what I'm saying? He has his teaching moments, you know? You know what I'm saying? So I like that.
Go into that a little bit. What do you mean? Like, while you're actually in the ring,
yeah, like,
in there talking to you?
Like you're in the ring, you know what I'm saying? You're sparring and everything like that. Freaking Deontay, you say, without giving, like, you know, too much away, I'm gonna just state the obvious. He's really good at using his length, you know? And that was one thing that he noticed that I was giving up. So, you know, in the middle of the round, he mentions that to me, like, look, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I mean, he could have easily probably just, like, you know, exposed it, but rather than that, he mentioned it to me, like, yo, you need to, you know, step back a little bit, you know, use your length. You know, that's a good thing, you know, because he's a champion, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of champions, they'll just, like, you know, go off on you. But I like the fact that, you know, I mean, he's still gonna go off on you, but I like the fact that, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a teaching moment in there too, you know?
Okay. All right. So, you know, being in there with a Deontay Wilder, you know, can you tell us something that we might not know? Can you tell the fans something that they might not know without giving away too much about Deontay Wilder in camp?
I'm gonna tell you like this. He moves a lot better than you think, and he's a better boxer than you might think he is.
Why do you think that, you know, the perception might be the opposite?
You know what? I really don't know, because if the fans is watching the same fight that I'm watching, and the whole thing with, you know, calling him Windmill Wilder or whatever the nickname is, if you really watch the fight, he only does that when he's finishing you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you watch the fight, in the fight, he's boxing.
Yeah, you know, that's what I was alluding to. You know, I mean, we saw that, of course, in the Sparring too. But people forget how he boxed in Sparring 1.
All 12 rounds.
12
straight
rounds,
boxing.
And, you know, he utilized his jab, great footwork, you know. I think that, you know, definitely he's not getting enough credit for that. Did you see anything different in this camp than you saw in the first camp? Was it a different attitude? Did you see more intent? Because, you know, there's been a lot going on with Deontay as far as with the Anthony Joshua thing, and you know, Anthony Joshua and them feeling like, you know, he's the biggest star, and Deontay Wilder just an American. Did you sense any chip on Deontay Wilder's shoulder? As
far as like who's the biggest star, you know, I get, you know, when the fans are trying to say, oh, you know, he puts more, you know, butts in seats or whatever, Joshua I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, they're both champions. So you know, that's how I'm looking at it. You know, me as a fighter, I'm looking at it like, look, at the end of the day, they're both champions. Now, as far as like, did I see, you know, something different in him, you know, between, you know, the two camps? I only been to 2 camps, but I tell you that in both camps, like, I see the same viciousness, you know, same ferociousness, you know, and You know, being a young heavyweight in the game, you know, trying to come up or whatever, you know, I could only, you know, try to emulate that, you know, so that I can get to that point, you know. Everybody's trying to be a champion, you know. I want to be a champion.
Okay.
So that's what it is.
You spoke on only 2 training camps. That's 2 training camps with a world champion.
Yes.
Can't really use only there. That's huge,
Yeah.
right? Did you see any difference in skill set from the first camp to the second camp?
You know what? In the second camp, I saw like his footwork, and maybe it could have just been I was paying more attention, but I was looking at his footwork in the second camp, and his footwork, yo, it's sharp, man. It's sharp. I'm telling you.
What do you think Deontay Wilder has to do in order to, you know, become, how should I say this? I guess equal to Joshua as far as fanfare or, you know,
Keep doing what he's been doing.
What fight is it going to take for him to get in order to get there? Is it this Ortiz fight, or does he need something else?
To me,
A Parker. Does he need something outside of Ortiz?
I feel like he shouldn't. You know, like this is what everyone was saying before the fight with Ortiz. They were saying, oh, he needs to fight Ortiz, okay. and then oh yeah, then he'll be whatever at that level to fight Joshua and stuff like that. So after he fights Ortiz, you really can't say nothing after that. Otherwise, you know, you got to look at the hypocrisy, you know, coming out of people's mouths, you know.
Okay, now let's just say this fight goes a distance. Is a win a win, or does Deontay Wilder need a sensational knockout against Ortiz?
A W is a W, but you know, if I was gonna put my money on it, I think it's gonna be a knockout.
Let's
you know
just cut straight to it. Is that going to make Eddie Hearn? Is that going to make Eddie Hearn come to the table and say, "Let's definitely do this right now"? If it's a sensational knockout, or a W is a W, and you think that it will get him to the table regardless?
You know what? I really can't speak on what Eddie Hearn would do, but you know, the way I'm looking at it, you know, as also a fan, not only just a fighter, I look at it like this: if he beats Ortiz, whether it's a knockout or a decision, you don't. There's no more excuses. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Nothing else to be said. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to. If you ask anybody, what's the fight you want to see? It's Wilder versus Joshua. It's not Wilder versus. It wasn't even really Wilder versus Ortiz. It wasn't Wilder versus Dillian White.
Okay.
It's Wilder versus Joshua, and you know what I'm saying. As far as what I see on the tube and everything like that, that's what Wilder's been calling. You know, that's what he's been calling for. So, you know, but, you know, they saying, you know, he needs to fight, you know, Ortiz, or he needs to fight Dillian White. He fights Ortiz. After that, there's nothing else to be said. You got to set it up, you know?
Okay. Now, what's next for you?
For me,
After
you know,
tonight, what's next?
back in the gym. Back in the gym. I'm still early. I'm early in my career, so it's back in the gym for me, because I can get another fight like that. It can just come out of nowhere, so I just want to stay active.
Do you think that boxing has gotten too friendly? How do you feel about fighters, you know, I guess chopping at the bit, man, you know, calling other fighters out and getting, you know, being more competitive? Or do you feel like it should sway back towards it just being, you know, business, and, you know, the matchmakers make the fights? So do you feel like these fighters should get on camera and let people know who they want to fight?
You know what? I understand in the beginning when fighters don't want to, you know, do the whole call out and everything like that, because, you know, you fresh in the game or whatever. You want to keep it respectful and everything like that. But, you know, once you get to that point where, like, I guess you consider like a contender, I mean, at that point, I don't think it's disrespectful to start calling guys out, you know?
Okay, well, I
mean, that is your lane.
Okay. I just spoke to Hasim Rahman Jr., heavyweight, up-and-coming prospect.
Okay.
And he said any heavyweight coming up right now, anybody want to get their chin tested, I'm willing to fight anybody. Is that something you would expect from somebody like Hasim Rahman Jr. right now at this point in his career with only a handful of fights?
Well, you know what?
How do you feel about that statement?
his dad's a world champion, you know? His dad was a world champion, so I can understand, you know what I'm saying, like where he coming from with that statement, you know what I mean? Like his dad was a world champion. His dad is in his corner. You know, he want to make it happen too. So yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with him making that statement.
Okay. How long before we see that strap around your waist?
Around my waist?
Yeah, how long? This is 2018. Hey. How long we looking at?
Only time will tell, you know? Only time will tell.
Are you looking at a fast track? Or are you looking to fight monthly, every other month? Is it going to be a fast track, or are you walking it slow?
I tell you what. Where I'm feeling right now, I'm good to go in a month.
How you feeling right now?
So I feel good.
You feel good?
I feel good.
Even after just going a distance just now?
Yeah, I mean 4 rounds is not a big deal.
Okay, well
it's just 4. You know, it's 1 extra round from the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if you preparing for a 4-round fight, shouldn't you be doing like 8 in sparring anyway? So you know.
Okay. Well, it was nice talking to you, Chim. You like to let the people know where they can find you at on social media?
Social media, Facebook, you can find me. It's Mike Polite. Instagram is Michael_Polite_Coffee. Coffee with an I-E, not E-E. You know what I'm saying? But that's subject to change because I know that was long. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's all good.
Yeah.
All right, well, I want to thank you for your time. ThaBoxingvoice.com. I'm Jay Goodman. Thanks for clicking on.
What is up, TBV family? Yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to become a member of the TBV family and help support the channel. Peace.
The game, 'cause see the boxing voice.